The question is not how things are going to change. Things are going to change. The question is, do we do it with an eye toward prosperity, or do we allow the political impasse to occur, to continue, and do we end up kicking the can down the road, which clearly results in austerity? And so the choice before America right now is really a prosperity plan or an austerity plan. And so what do I mean when I say that? That's why I put out this roadmap for America's future. Now, the roadmap for America's future was my attempt to basically do a couple of things. Number one, it became clear to me that we were just going to be continuing to hit each other as two political parties, where if you step out with anything different, anything bold, anything remotely considered politically risky, the other party will shoot you in the next election, and you'll lose, and nobody will follow, and we come to an impasse. And that has been where our politics have been for a long time. So I wanted to put a plan out there, not necessarily to say that I've got it all figured out and have all of these answers. I wanted to put a plan out there saying, here's how I would do it. Please come up with yours so we could get this debate going, so we could have more people coming up with their plans, so we can get down to the business of debating how best to fix this problem. Unfortunately, when I jumped in the pool and encouraged other people to jump in the pool, we haven't had many other folks swimming around. And that's from both sides of the aisle, I would say. So here is what this plan does. In the macro sense, measuring against the CBO alternative scenario, which is really the best, most accurate measurement of reality we have to measure ourselves off of, this is a chart of government spending as a percentage of GDP. Because of the factors I mentioned before, the explosion of entitlements, interest on debt, all of those other things, our government is growing at such a fast pace. By the time my 3 children are my age, we will go from having government, which was taking about 20 cents out of every dollar in America, made in America, to spend on the federal government, to 40 cents out of every dollar, and way on beyond that. So if you take a look at the path we are on, the current policy, an unsustainable sense where the government will take more and more and more resources out of the private economy, reducing prosperity, giving us our own version of a debt crisis. And the roadmap does this according to CBO, and here's basically what it does. The way I look at this is either we get ahead of this now, preempt a debt crisis, and put in place the building blocks for prosperity, or we kick the can down the road and do painful things that lead to austerity. And what I mean when I say that is, in the roadmap, if you act soon, you don't have to affect current seniors. You don't have to change Medicare and Social Security for people who are 55 and above. So our proposals say if you're 55 or above, or if you're a person in or near retirement, we're not going to pull the rug out from under you. You've already organized and planned your lives around these programs. So rest assured that not only are we not going to take these things away or change them, we're actually going to guarantee that those benefits will be payable. But if you're like me in the X generation and Y generation and on down, if you're below 54 years of age, you already really kind of know that these programs can't sustain themselves. They simply can't be paid. They can't occur as we know them to be today.